In the fifth grade, my teacher separated the class into two sections. One section had the kids who had passed the test, and one section had the kids who failed the test. And I remember being in that section of the kids who had failed the test and feeling like a complete failure, when in reality, I wasn't. And I was being brainwashed into thinking that grades actually determined my success in life. And if I was to go back in time and talk to my younger self, I would tell him that my grades did not matter at all, and they are not what makes you successful. It's crazy that school actually made us think this way. They made us fear failure, and they made us fear having this low grade and going and telling our parents. If you're similar to me, you know that feeling of handing your parents that failing test grade and them looking at you and punishing you and hitting you because you got this bad grade. These pixels on a screen made us determine how we viewed ourselves and how our mindset will be going forward. If you think about it, from a very young age, we were brainwashed into thinking these grades determine how smart I am. If I have a failing grade, I am dumb. And if I have a smart grade, then I am a smart, straight A student. And this slowly, over time, made us fear failing because we saw failing as something bad, as something that we should be avoiding. When in reality, failing is super important. The most successful people have failed and failed again in their success and in their business because they know that failure eventually leads to success. And this is well known. If you talk to any person who has made a significant amount of money, they will tell you that the way they got there was by failing. They failed trying that business model that didn't work. They failed doing these useless things and they learned from it and they were able to then adapt and get better at the things. And they would not have gotten to where they are if they didn't start failing. And the more they failed, the more successful they got over time. So, what does this mean? You need to be someone who does not fear failure, like I did. For a long time, I actually feared failing, and I feared what my parents would say about me and what my teachers would say. When in reality, your parents and your teachers, they don't know you better than you know yourself. You know what you're good at, and you know the things that will help you get to where you want to be in life. So why not take this initiative and start being your own boss in a sense, bossing yourself around, putting out your own assignments, doing your own assignments in life, starting this personal project that you love doing because it actually means something to you. When have you walked into a classroom and felt fulfilled? When have you walked into a classroom and been like, I actually want to do this work? Probably never, because you don't find joy in it. And the things you find joy in are the things you're going to continue doing. And school stripped the joy away from us, and it stripped this joy of learning. When in reality, learning is what makes you successful, because these millionaires, these billionaires, they learn. That's their number one trait, is they are lifelong students. They know the power of reading and the power of listening to successful people that have had mistakes and then learn from it and are sharing it. So why do you take your grades so seriously? Why are you taking your grades in such a way that you think you are a failure? You think that your whole life is going to be ruined because of this one test grade and that your grade went down in the fifth grade. I was in the brink of tears when I got this test back. Now I realize that this did not mean anything to me. It was not going to make me successful at all. And I repeatedly made this mistake for years, thinking that school was the answer to everything. And then just go to university because your parents told you so, or because society says it's the only way. And your teachers tell you to go to college because that's the only way you're going to be successful. Figure out what you want to do with your life and figure out the path you want to take, because the path is up to you. It's not up to your teachers, it's not up to your friends, it's not up to your parents. It's up to you. So what do you want to be doing with your time? Do you want to be sitting and stressing about grades for the rest of your life? Or do you want to be working on something fulfilling that is actually going to make a positive impact in your life? If you have enjoyed this video and you have any questions for me, I have a Discord. You can add me below and just ask me any questions you're dealing with, and I'll be happy to answer you. I'll see you guys in the next video.